Despite blue skies over Greece's second city ahead of the opening ceremony, the 65th Thessaloniki Film Festival kicks off October 31st under clouds of uncertainty, with the war in Ukraine raging toward its three-year anniversary and the year-old Israel-Hamas conflict spilling into neighboring countries and threatening to engulf the entire Middle East. The U.S., meanwhile, heads to the polls next week for an election that's been framed as a referendum on the fate of American democracy itself, with the eyes of the world watching. Fourth Thessaloniki Festival director Orestes Andriadakis, a veteran film critic who's been at the helm of the festival since 2016, global events have only brought a renewed sense of urgency to find movies that matter, he tells Variety on the eve of opening night. Movies that say something about our lives, our situation in the world, with so many changes, so many dangers, wars, climate change, the rise of the far right. This year's edition of the Venerable Greek Fest, which runs October 31st to November 10th, opens with the national premiere of Pablo Larraín's Oscar contender Maria, starring Angelina Jolie as Greek opera diva Maria Callas. Described by Andriadakis as the most important Greek artist of the 20th century and one of a kind, it closes with The End, Joshua Oppenheimer's post-apocalyptic musical, starring Tilda Swinton and Michael Shannon, about a group of elites who hoard fine art and expensive wines in an underground bunker to wait out a cataclysm that they might have instigated themselves. While that film is in some way a barometer of the current mood, the festival's tribute program, We, the Monsters, curated by former Berlin and Locarno artistic director Carlo Chatrian, broadens the gaze to explore how filmmakers across the decades have used monsters to express the unknown, the unfamiliar, or the other, in ways that feel frighteningly relevant in our contemporary political climate. The monster appears increasingly as an inverted image of ourselves, says Andriadakis. As populism, extreme political choices, and hostility lead to monstrosities, we are horrified to find that the monster does not dwell only in the imaginary world out there, but also within us, and that with our participation, tolerance, or silence, we can also become monsters.